Alright, I know y'all saw the title, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So we're on our favorite website called Console Variants here. So this is going to be a PS Vita, a limited edition one. So we're going to go into the Sony section, and then we're going to scroll down and find the PS Vitas. Apparently PS TV is considered a console on this website, and it actually does make sense because it is kind of a console. But here we go. This is the Sony PS Vita Slim Gundam Breaker Edition. So this is actually a picture that I submitted for the website showing everything, but I'm going to go ahead and do the unboxing for this video right now. So as you can see, there's a few pictures on it, and obviously the PS Vita itself has kind of a design on it on the back. So it has a rarity score of 72, which is pretty freaking rare actually. And I'm actually one of the users that owns it. So the console was released in Japan. It was a color console, bundled with the game Mobile Suit Gundam Breaker, and bundled with 3 Gundam figures from the game. So it actually has 3 figures that you can build. So as you can see, this is a pretty large box. In fact, it's about almost 2 times the size as a regular PS Vita packaging. And this is like the size for scale right here. It's just a slim model, but as you can see, the packaging is pretty big and it's pretty thick. I think it's about 2 times the size as a regular PS Vita box too. So let's go ahead and get into the unboxing, shall we? This is a very amazing console because one, Gundam is probably one of my favorite animes like of all time. I even grew up watching like most of the seasons. Even I didn't really like SD Gundam that much, but SD Gundam was definitely one of them. It was actually pretty refreshing, like kind of a spin-off from Gundam, so it was pretty funny. So up inside the packaging right now, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in it, but this is kind of one of the piece de resistance of it. So this is actually the box that comes with all 3 models of all 3 Gundams that you can kind of build yourself. In fact, I'll go ahead and put all 3 of the models on screen right now. So both of these models come disassembled, so you're going to have to assemble them yourself. That's actually how a lot of the Gundam toys are. You kind of have to build your own Gundam, which is kind of the fun with it, because some Gundams you have to actually paint yourself and, like, you know, put the stickers on and everything, kind of like this one. This one you kind of have to paint or not paint yourself, but just put the stickers on it, so no painting necessary, but both of the models do look pretty cool. Alright, so next we have the actual Gundam Breaker game. So this is the first game in a series of 3. I think, in my honest opinion, the 3rd game was probably the most fun. it just had more content to it and everything, and more DLC. So I kind of favor that one above all of them. But the first Gundam Breaker is pretty cool. And the people at the Geo Hypermedia shop that I bought it from, because when I bought this whole entire box set, the game actually wasn't there, so I had to find the game myself. They were nice enough to rewrap it for me, so I appreciate them for that one. And the next thing we have out of the box is the actual console. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of set the box down, because like I said, when I get a limited edition anything like console or handheld, anything, I like to preserve everything. Like, I don't like to mess it up any more than it possibly already was messed up, but most of the things I bought pretty much were in good condition, so I'm not really worried about that one. But let me go ahead and flip open the box. So in the box you have pretty much every standard thing that you'll find in a PS Vita box. So you have your PS Vita charger. I will have to say that I favor the PS Vita 1000 models a lot better than the PS Vita 2000, but the one thing I am thankful about the 2000 model is it doesn't use a proprietary USB, which is kind of one that is hard to find nowadays now. It's very prominent out here in Japan, but it's very hard to find. So in this one, it uses the standard Type B USB cable. So these type of USB cables were pretty popular with Android phones, so it's probably still easy to find a charger for this one. And this is the power brick to it. So I'm not sure why they went with the direction of the proprietary USB cable for the 1000, but that's kind of like one of the many things that a lot of people didn't like with the PS Vita is the actual model. But I'm gonna get into everything else with the box, just so you can kind of see what was included with the PS Vita box. So you have your standard guidebook. This is pretty much with every single electronic device that you get. Nothing really special there. This is your get started guide. This is actually kind of a note to the 3DS video that I made in my last video before this one. So the PS Vita has its own augmented reality card, so you kind of just use the camera and it can create pictures on the screen for you. It's pretty cool. And the Welcome to the World of PlayStation booklet. So this kind of gives you an introduction of how the PS Vita works and all the menus and everything. But at the same time, it kind of does the same thing when you first turn on the PS Vita anyway. So I'm not sure why they included that in there, but it's kind of redundant. Now let's go ahead and get to the actual console. So this is a PS Vita 2000 or a slim model, so it's a lot lighter than a regular PS Vita. I'm gonna actually get a nice little microfiber cloth because I like to keep my stuff nice. So the PS Vita 2000, one of the big differences between 2000s and 1000s is that the PS Vita 2000 has an LCD screen while the 1000 has an OLED screen, so the screen isn't as nice, but the PS Vita 2000 also has a longer battery life, and in my opinion, it kind of charges faster than the 1000, so it is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the screen turn on the device right now, but as you can see on the back, it has a really cool design, and also the LED lights up at the top instead of the PlayStation button on the 1000 lighting up. So as you can see, it has a couple models to scale of the unicorn model. I believe that's unicorn model. So it has like the 144 scale, the 160 scale, and the 1/100 scale. So the Gundam Breaker, destroy the huge Gundam and customize your own strongest. I think that's like badly translated. It's pretty funny, but it's still a cool console. This is actually not the only Gundam limited edition PS Vita I have. I have one more console after this, and I'll do it in another unboxing video, but my next video will not actually be an unboxing video. So this PS Vita is actually running custom firmware. I believe it is on 3.65 Intel, so it's on permanent custom firmware, and I will get into custom firmware in another later video, but as of right now, this is just the unboxing video. So I have a nice little Gundam unicorn theme on this, and a couple of cool apps and everything. This is actually kind of my second PS Vita I mainly use, but if anything were to happen to my PS Vita 1000, this is the next one that I would like mainly use. But there you have it. This is the whole entire unboxing of the Gundam Breaker starter pack. So I'm glad that I actually have everything in the box, because there is one limited edition model I do have where one thing wasn't included. It was the Dragon Quest PS Vita, but the only thing that was missing from it was the little toy, which is like impossible to find on any like online shopping site like eBay or anything. Nobody just sells the toy. It's just the whole entire console. But if you'd like to see more of these unboxing videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and like this video if you liked it. The next video, as I said, will not be an unboxing video. The next video will actually be kind of an explanation about PS Vita custom firmware, because this isn't just an unboxing channel. It's in the name Technic, so I do want to talk more about technology and the actual firmware on the technology and everything that you can do with it. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video with a nice little picture of everything. So included in the box with the Gundam Breaker starter pack, you have the actual game, you have the system, the limited edition console, and 2 Gundams that you can build. So this is Technic, and I will see you all in the next video.